Here's to the dreamers, the seekers, the wise. Crystal lavender will reach in the skies. Through tarot and starlight will always roam. In the heart of the universe we found our home. Those where the mystics play. We speak the language of the Milky Way. A touch of Venus, a kiss from the moon. Guiding lost hearts with a sweet gentle tune.
Hello, hello. Hi, guys. Welcome here. Welcome back. So this is your weekly reading for May 19th to the 25th for Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. I did Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer earlier. That is already done, and I will be doing the rest of the signs tonight at 6 o'clock. Okay, so before we get started, we're going to talk about this. This is my book. It is called Say You Love, and it is a testimony of triumph over the darkness of childhood, SA, and addiction. And I am completely open and vulnerable in this book for anybody out there that's sitting in silence. Like, I wrote this as a message of hope and inspiration so that nobody out there feels like they're sitting all alone, okay? Like, you are not alone. You are loved. You are worth it. Like, hi, my name is Crystal, and I'm 4+ years into recovery. All right, so if you know anybody that's sitting in silence, struggling either in addiction or with childhood trauma, and they need some sort of hope, you know, a message of hope and a message of inspiration, you can get this book for $12.12 on Amazon. You could get a free copy if you go to my website at crystal-lavender.com, or you could get a signed copy if you email me, all right? And all of that stuff will be in the description box of every one of my videos. It'll be in the comment section, and it is also in my about page of my channel, all right? And it will be scrolling, my website will be scrolling on the bottom of the screen here, right there at crystal-lavender.com. So, yeah. All right. And if you would like a personal private reading, you can go to my website. There is a 10% off coupon for any one of my available services. And you can sign up for my free weekly newsletter. It comes out every Monday. All right. All right. So we are going to get this party started with Leo. Who do we got in here? What do we got going on? Hey, Mama Beans. Hi, Mama Beans. So I know I'm doing this a little bit differently. I was doing the individual signs, like I had started recording them and I deleted them. I was like, and then I also realized that I did not like post my Pisces or Aquarius video last week. Oops. But okay. So sorry about that. I'll make sure I give you guys something real good this time. All right. So we are going to do Team Leo. Team Leo. We're going to find out what's really going on here. What is really going on for Team Leo? Oh, my Facebook dating. Yeah, I was, yeah, I can't be doing that. No more Facebook dating for me. That's not happening. I tried it. I lasted longer than I did last time. Like last time I lasted like a whole 48 hours and then I insert Ned Flanders scream and ran. I about faced all, fuck that. Just makes me feel like a piece of fresh meat in a tank full of piranhas. I did actually go on a date, which was nice. It was a very nice gentleman. Went and played pool, had a good time, you know, but it freaks me out. I can't do it. All right. So this deck just was like, oh, no. So we're going to, let's go with a different one. Hi, Jennifer. You're so pretty, Jennifer. I love your smile. All right, Leo, Team Leo. What's really going on here for Team Leo? What do we got for Team Leo? Yeah, I tried it. I mean, I have some friends that did the Facebook dating and like they found their person that way, you know, and they're like super happy about it. And I don't know. I'm like, no, it made me feel all crazy. Like, and I'm super nice. So I'm like, if they said hi to me, then I said hi to them back, you know? And yeah, it just got too much. Too much. Leo, Team Leo, what do we got for Team Leo? What's going on here? Oop, these wanted to come out. Oh no. 8 of Cups, 7 of Cups, King of Swords. So it feels like there's a situation that you're like, you're done. Either you're done or they're done. You're like, no, I am not wasting my time with this person anymore. It's like you feel like they've been nothing but a time waster. And it's like you want to keep your options open. You're like, I can't. It's like all they bring to the table is I don't know. I don't feel like they bring what it is that you're looking for on the table, you know? Like I feel like you're looking for something that's significant, you know, that is long term, that you can plan, that you can make plans with, that you can buy concert tickets for, that you can, you know, plan to go on dates with. It's like it doesn't feel like this person doesn't have any long term vision, or they don't have any, like, you don't see them in the long term. You don't see them in the long term, or they don't see this situation being for the long term. So all these sevens. 7 of Pentacles. So it's like you're not putting any more work into this. You're like, I'm gonna accept it for what it is, but I'm gonna keep my options open. Like, you might be fun to play with, you might be fun to talk to. It's like you're keeping me occupied for right now, but you would rather find something that is more committed, more reliable. Like I don't feel like this person is all that emotionally available, or they're not very emotionally reliable. They kind of make you feel a little bit chaotic and out of sorts. Like you don't know what to do with yourself. You don't know what to do with your hands. You could be focusing, like you want something that's like a legacy. You want your forever person and your power couple. You know, you want to be able to celebrate celebrate your love with your friends, with your family. And it's like, I don't feel like this person is giving you that option. It's like this isn't somebody that you bring home to mom. This isn't somebody that you write home to your friends about. This isn't somebody that, you know, that you feel is invested. Like they don't feel like they're very invested in the situation. Like you feel like they're fun to talk to. You know, they kind of keep you a little bit preoccupied. But the Page of Wands, like you don't feel like there's any passion. You don't feel like the passion's there. It's like it's almost like you guys are just keeping each other company. It's like this isn't a forever. This is like temporary, and it's like you're not trying to get attached to something that is temporary. You know, there's no point in being attached to somebody that's not invested in you, that isn't investing in you, that isn't going to bring you any sort of long-term stability. It's like it's fun for now, and it might be fun, but you're trying to keep your head above water. You're trying to remain conscious of that. Like you're not trying to change this person's mind. It's like if they told you that they're not interested in a relationship, you know, like you're not like holding yourself back like with wishful thinking. You know, you're leaving your options open. You're still talking to other people, or you're still interested in other people because you know better than to try to change this person's mind or try to make it more than what it needs to be. I mean, and so many of us are doing that. Like we get ourselves in these situationships, you know, and like we're both open and vulnerable with each other, you know, about the fact that like it's not going anywhere, but then there's always one person that tries to make it go somewhere, and you're trying to stay vigilant in your own understanding and your own knowing and your own awareness that like it's not going anywhere. So you're like, you want to look for your emperor. You're keeping your eye open for this emperor here, because you don't feel like there's any point in letting your roots out, you know, which it makes you kind of guarded at the same time. It's like you can't have as much fun with this person as you would like to have, because a part of you is still like, you're still holding back from it. You know, like you would like there to be more movement forward. You would like to be more open and secure. You would like to, you know, be more romantic with this person, or just flirty, or like have more fun. But a part of you is like, not, you're holding back. It's turn, like you feel like it's a burden. You're like, well, if I give all my love to you, then like it's kind of pointless. It's like, where is it going to go? It's not going anywhere. You know, I'm not trying to change your mind, but at the same time, I can't give you my all. Like I want to love you with everything that I have, and I can't, you know. So you're kind of like holding on, like you're keeping yourself to yourself, or you're keeping them kind of at an arm's distance and not like being completely authentic with them, because you're holding a part of yourself back from falling in love with this person, or from being with this person. Yeah, I still have that, Mom. Of course I do. I've told you I have everything running out of space over here. Oh, but you feel a very strong connection with them. Like you feel a very intense, strong connection, but you also feel like you need to make a choice. Like you feel like you're choosing, like you got to choose yourself or this relationship. It's like this relationship isn't necessarily choosing you. So you're having to choose yourself over whatever this person wants. And it might be a really hard choice for you to make. It might be really testing to you. Like it might be testing your patience, might be testing your self-love, and a part of you is like, fuck that, universe. Why are you testing me with this person? Like, what's going on here? Like, what is this test about? And it's really testing your own boundaries, your own sense of self-worth, like your own ability to keep yourself occupied. But shit, the Lovers, the Ten of Cups, like you have so much hope for this situation, but you're keeping them at an arm's distance. It's like you refuse to let yourself fall in love with this person, or you refuse to be loved by this person, and they're like, damn it, Leo, just let me love you, just accept the fucking love, damn it. They view you, they think really highly of you. They feel a very significant attachment to you, a very significant emotional, like they're very emotionally attached but detached at the same time. This person could be an avoidant. No, they could be an avoidant, but I think you're scared that they're a player. You're scared that they're just playing you, that it's too good to be true, that the emotions that you feel like are just part of some fairy tale fantasy that you don't want to be involved in. When you're keeping yourself bound in this mental prison, you're keeping yourself bound from feeling it completely, because you're scared. Either you're scared or this person is scared. And it feels like it's turned into a burden, like it's more of a burden than you would like it to be, but you refuse to surrender. It's like you're like, I'm not surrendering my emotions. I feel like you're surrendering in other areas, like you spend time with this person, you talk to this person, but you aren't surrendering your emotions. You're not giving over your, like you're not fully, you're not coming full on, like you're holding a part of yourself back. You're keeping a part of yourself locked away. Like you're not being your true romantic self, because you feel like you've got to hide that part or hold that part back. Or that's the way this person feels about you. They feel like they got to hold back from like completely loving you, because they don't want to get hurt, or you don't want to get hurt. Yeah, because you've had disappointment in the past, or you've been disappointed in this person in the past, and you kind of feel like there's no point in it. Like you're like, well, if I give you all, like, what am I giving you all my love for? You know what I mean? What am I giving you all my time, my love, my attention for? It's you feel like it'd be too much of a burden. Like you feel like you'd get your heart broken. As strongly as you feel for this person, like you don't want to prolong the inevitable either. All right. Ouch. Yeah. So, but it bothers you more than you let on. It bothers you a whole lot more than you let on. It's way more of a burden to you than like talking to this person and keeping them as an option, knowing that they're choosing to not choose you. They're choosing to stay away. They're choosing to keep their options open. Causes you more stress. Yeah. Look, causes you more stress and sleepless nights than like you're wanting to put up with. And it's up to you what you do. You could either accept it for what it is and accept it for what it is and not try to change it, and just love the experience that you're having with the person, because not every single person needs to be your person. You know what I mean? Not every single encounter that you have has to be that, that forever type of feeling. Like if you can detach yourself from the outcome, from a specific outcome, from the desired outcome, and just enjoy it for what it is, I feel like you would have a lot more freedom, a lot more fun. But I feel like you're holding yourself back from truly experiencing the joy with this person, because you don't want to get too attached to them. But if you detach yourself from the outcome and just enjoy it for the moment for what it is, I think that you guys can have a lot of fun together. Like, you guys will be able to work this out with each other. But it does make you kind of sleepless. It does give you anxiety. So, I mean, only you know what it is that you're going to be able to handle, like what you're okay with, what you're not okay with. All right. But it does feel like there's a sense of disappointment here. Hey, Selena, please go check out my girl, Selena at Love Fire Tarot. All right. She gives you all the naughty, hot, and spicy readings. So yeah, you could be dealing with an Aries. We've got Aries. We had Gemini. We had Leo. So this person just is like, I don't know. I don't know if it's a test of your ability to stay in the present, to not be attached to a specific outcome, to be more mindful of your moment, of the moments that we are in. Ralph, hi, Ralph. But it's conflicting. Like, you're very conflicted on the inside. It's like you want to detach from the situation, you want to detach from the outcome of the situation, but then you're doing your best you can to I mean, we're human, so we have been programmed to believe that everything is supposed to be this specific fairy tale that we have in our mind. And, like, love doesn't really have to be like, isn't really like that. It's not like the fairy tales, love is, love doesn't have any sort of conditions, love just is. So I think that you are trying your best to do the best that you can to be thankful for the opportunities that you have, to be thankful, to be present in the moment and to have a good time with this person and not have so much, weight. Like, there's so much pressure and weight for it to be the one, you know what I mean? And just trying to keep it casual, Hey, Pharaoh, you're trying to keep it casual. Let's see what we got for your money message. These are the ones that I dropped. Yep. Keep those over here. Let's see what we got for Team Leo and money. Leo's a money message. Right? So nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Let me use those ones. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. What is your money message for Team Leo? What's your money going to look like for this coming up week? What do we got? Team Leo and money. The Hierophant. So stay committed. You might be starting some sort of spiritual work, like you might be dedicating yourself to like learning, like higher learning or spiritual learning. You might be reading some pretty deep books. Like, you're investing yourself into your spirituality, or you might be starting some sort of spiritual business, and you've got release. So releasing the fear of not being able to make it, of not being able, of not doing it right. It's like so many of us we hold ourselves back because we're like, well, I'm not ready, like I got to wait until I get the right lighting. I got to wait until I lose weight. I got to wait until I, gain weight. I got to wait until I order this or have this or feel this way. And it's like, where if you do that, you're never going to be 100% ready to start this job, to start this spiritual practice, to really invest in what it is that you really want to do. So I feel like just release your fear, release the fear of not being perfect. Some of us are such perfectionists. Like, that's why I stopped tattooing, is because I felt like none of it was ever perfect. It was never, ever perfect, and it got really stressful for me at some point, and then it stopped being fun. So I stopped tattooing because I was too hard on myself. Like, I was so hard on, like, anytime that I looked at a tattoo, it's like I'd always point out like what was bad about it, instead of like looking at the whole picture and seeing like how beautiful the actual picture was and like how good of a job I actually did. It's like I would point out the, well, this line was a little bit thicker than that line. And like, I don't know. Like, I was super down on myself. So I feel like you are waiting to be perfect, and there is no perfect timing. It's like the time is now. The one thing that's about your comfort zone, you got the Knight of Wands. So one thing about your comfort zone is your comfort zone will grow to meet you. All right. Like, the only way that we grow is to get out of our comfort zone. Our comfort zone is our best friend and our worst enemy all at the same time. But the seven of Pentacles is all about investing in yourself and putting the work in, doing the work, and planting those seeds of hope and inspiration into yourself. But you kind of feel like you're out of control, like you feel like you don't have enough, right? With this frenzied card here, like you feel like, oh, I don't have enough this, or it's not perfect that way. And it's like, but if you just start, like, you start now and then you figure it out along the way, and then you'll start figuring it out. It's like, it doesn't have to be perfect right at the beginning. All right. And in actuality, it never really truly has to be perfect ever. Right. That's just the way that our human mind thinks. But I feel like your needing to be ready is stopping you from even starting. Hi, Ann Williams. Right. I'd love to tattoo you, Selena. Yeah. And you're conflicted. Like, you have this conflict, but I think the conflict is coming inside of yourself. Like, the conflict that you have is like, there's no outside force that's telling you not to do this. Like, the conflict that you have is inside yourself. The conflict that you have is not feeling like you're ready, like not feeling like you're good enough, or not feeling like you have enough to start whatever it is that you're trying to start, Yeah. So you're struggling, but I feel like your struggle is inside. It's an internal struggle. It's not an external struggle. Like, you probably have so much support on the outside, like you're supported by spirit, you're supported by friends, you're supported by family. The only struggle that you have is, this worry inside of your mind. Like, I got 99 problems and the fucking 99% of them are in my motherfucking mind. You know what I mean? It's like, if I take a look around, and I'm like, wait a second, I'm cool. There ain't nothing really going on. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell am I worried about? But us as humans, we have this tendency to be all up in our heads. And you can't, like, perfect is all a state of mind, right? Perfect is like, they say what is normal to the spider is chaos to the fly. Right. But we don't judge the spider for being the spider. We don't judge the fly for being the fly. It's like, that's just the way that it is. But we are super hard on ourselves. So I think this week you're struggling with yourself about starting something that you really want to start, about feeling like you are prepared enough. And the only way to do it is to do it. Just fuck around and find out. Get it done. Fuck around and find out, Leo. All right, what do we got on your spiritual as fuck cards? We have got, you don't have to rebuild a relationship with everyone you have forgiven. All right. You are hereby granted permission to forgive everyone, but still be super picky about every person you let into your inner circle. Go forth and prosper. Yeah. Just because you forgive somebody doesn't mean like it's not like, yeah, I want you to eat. Okay. But you don't have to eat at my table. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna go out of my way to make sure that you're good, but that doesn't mean that I want you to starve to death. That doesn't mean that I hate you. That doesn't mean that I have any sort of ill feelings for you. Just because you forgive someone doesn't mean that you have to bring them back into your life. You can forgive them so you release that energy, so you let it go, so you don't have any sort of resentment, so so that you don't feel any sort of way about that situation or about that person. Like forgiveness is truly like it's not really for them. You know what I mean? It's not for them. It says be the person you needed when you were a kid. I do this. I try to remind myself of this all the time. Like I'm super in tune with my inner child, man. Like if I see some sprinklers on the side of the road and like I get this urge to go and play in them, I'm going to just pull my car over and I'm just going to go get soaking fucking wet in the fucking sprinklers. Because why? Because that inner child in me, like that inner child, like that wonder, that light, it's like, it's so freeing, and I'm an adult, so I can choose to be a child if I want to be. Right? I'll do what I want. So did you need someone who protected you? Did you need unconditional love? Did you need more attention? Did you need praise? Did you need to know someone had your back? You're a big kid now, and you can do that for that little pipsqueak still living inside your rib cage, right? You can be protective of yourself. You can show yourself unconditional love. You can praise yourself. You can have your own back. Right? Do whatever it is, like whatever it was that you really needed or that you didn't feel like you got enough of, like you have the chance right now to be that either for someone else or to be that for yourself. Like you can choose. You get to choose if you get to eat cookies at night in bed. You get to choose if you get to hula hoop during the daytime or at nighttime. You get to choose if you get to play G.I. Joes. You know what I mean? Like, kids laugh like 300 times a day, man. They laugh at everything and they find so much joy in the world around them because it's all so brand new, I don't know if any of you have ever seen that movie called Soul. It's a Disney movie and it's called Soul, man. That movie, like, I love that movie so much. 22 is my spirit animal for sure. That's my inner spirit. But we lose the joy of how wonderful everything is, by being an adult, by having all of these pressures on us, by having to show up, or having to be perfect. We feel like we got to be perfect, and then we lose that sense of wonderment. So tap back into that sense of wonderment, be that kid, All right, let's get you a fuck it card. You get the cops called on you. You've never had the cops called on you, Mom. Your fuck it card. Stop focusing on the damn shit. I think you were overly analyzing. Like you got like analysis paralysis. All right. I used to do that with my seeds. Like when I went to go plant my garden, like I was like, okay, well, which one are the companion plants? Like how can I like which plants grow next to this plant and which ones need the most sun and which one needs this and da. Like I was in such analysis paralysis about planting these freaking seeds that I didn't even plant none. And then one day I was like, you know what? I was like, nature's going to do its thing. You know what I mean? Like if I throw them out there, something's going to grow. So I just opened up freaking seed packs and threw them all out and bet something grew. You know what I mean? They grew. That's part of being old and senile. You get away with it. All right, what do we got for your poop card? I love these cards. These cards are cute. It always looks better on the other side of the fence. Be unique. Stop trying to be like everybody else. All right? Don't compare yourself. Comparison is the thief of joy, man. Don't compare yourself to what everybody else has got going on. Right? You do you. You do you in the best way that you know how. It don't matter. Like, it ain't none of our business what other people got going on. Oh, she over there doing that? Ain't none of my fucking business. You know what I mean? Unless we're trying to, like, encourage somebody or give them a round of applause or, I don't know. People are either on your team or they're in your fucking way. There's like there's no gray area there. Like people are either on your team or they're in your way. And don't let the person be in your way, you know? Like usually like we are our worst critic. We are the ones that stand in our way the most. So get out of your own damn way, man. All right, let's go on to Team Virgo. Team Virgo. What do you got going on, Team Virgo? Yeah, get out of jail free. Have you ever been to jail? How many of you have been to jail? I went once when I was younger for destruction of government property. Like, yeah, when I was younger, like we used to ditch school and we would use the flood ditches in Vegas. Like we would go through the floodplains or through the ditches or whatever in Vegas, and we would go through the fence. Well, they fixed the fence. So we went over there. I went over there with a pair of extended freaking wire clippers, man, and cut the fence back open so that we could get through and ditch school. Well, these kids called the cops on us, and I ended up going to juvie when I was younger for destruction of government property. And then when I got older, I went to jail one time. One time as an adult, and I don't recommend it at all. Not at all. They feed you rainbow bologna. They put me in a turtle suit. I was in the freaking Velcro suit and like crying my eyes out. I was like, I can't believe I'm here. They put me in a freaking turtle suit. Yeah, all it took was one time. They feed you fried rainbow bologna, and that shit is disgusting. Like, never again. Virgo. Yeah, sun, moon, rising, and north node. Thanks, Ralph. I've been handcuffed in the wrong kind of way, and I've been handcuffed in the right kind of way. I'm gonna tell you what, being handcuffed in the right kind of way is so much better than them hard ass the back seat of a cop car is not okay. That place is not, it's not okay. Yeah, I'll never do that again. What's going on, Virgo? What do we got going on, Virgo? Some people have never been to jail ever, you know? It took me one time. I was like, one time, I'm good. I'm so good. Yeah, fried rainbow bologna. They're like, happy Easter. Like, we fried your bologna this time. Instead of giving you a cold bologna sandwich, they were giving you fried bologna. Pentacles. 2 of Wands in reverse. 8 of Wands. So, Virgo, it looks like there's somebody at a distance. Do you have some sort of long distance relationship going on? Or there needs to be some sort of travel, or are you guys going on an adventure together? It also looks like there's somebody that's not wanting to face some sort of reality, not wanting to face their decisions, not wanting to face their choices, or like not accepting accountability for some sort of choice that they made, or not wanting to accept responsibility for having to be the one to take action. Queen of Cups in reverse. So you could be really focused on your work right now, on work, you know, like trying to make sure that your bag is right. You're like, fuck love, get money, you know, fuck hoes, get money. And it's like, if I get rid of all my hoes for you, you're going to owe me some hoes if we break up. You know what I mean? Three of Cups in reverse. So if you're wondering if this person's got other people, it doesn't look like they got other people, but there's something that is in the way. There's something that's blocking this connection from moving forward. All right. There's a huge obstacle. Like, I don't know if it's like a purple elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. Like, and it could be the fact that you guys are at a distance with each other. You know, like it's like, okay, well, what the fuck are we doing? You know what I mean? Are you going to come to me or am I going to come to you? You know, oh, neither one of us want to discuss this subject. Oh, let's just keep it right where it's at, you know? But it's like, how are we just going to keep it where it's at forever? You know, like one of us is going to have to do something, like shit or get off the fucking pot, right? Which one of us is it going to be? But it feels like there is a, they're like anytime that it's brought up, like somebody like pushes it off to the side. Oh, well, can't we just enjoy what it is that we got right now? You know what I mean? Like they keep pushing off the responsibility, or you keep pushing off the responsibility to, is it a sex-based connection? Y'all attached to each other. Uh-oh. I mean, but this is also like facing your inner demons and letting out your inner freak. Okay. This is like the parts of us that are like that are taboo, you know, like facing them taboos, you know, experimenting with them taboos. Like some of y'all might be into play, like role play in the bedroom. You know what I mean? Or you need to be invested in some role play in the bedroom, like letting out them taboos, playing Inspector Gadget over here. Like, oh, I'm the mechanic, you know? But it does look like you guys mesh really well together. Like you guys work really well together. Your demons work really well with their demons. All right. Your guys' demons work really, really well together. But I feel like there's something in the way. There's something that is in the freaking way. There's some sort of blockage, and it really feels like distance with the 8 of Wands underneath that 9 of Wands. It's like nobody is taking that next step. You know, but I feel like you guys are comfortable letting your freak out on each other, you know, and you would like there to be movement. They would like to be movement. It does feel like there is movement forward with the Chariot card here. I mean, you could be dealing with the Cancer. We got Cancer. Oh, we have got Capricorn. Cancer and Capricorn so far in the majors. But I feel like y'all need to let your freak flag fly, all right? Tap into those inner taboos, those things that you don't talk about on a regular basis, you know? There could be a lot of sexual tension between you guys, especially if you guys live really far apart. But there's a lot of like y'all get along really well. 2 of Cups, it's like-minded, you know? You guys are very much on the same page as far as your understanding. Ooh, and the 9 of Cups, you guys could be very, very independent, you know? There might be I feel like there's one last obstacle before you guys make this shit legit. One last obstacle, one like hurdle to overcome. And it's like, once you guys overcome that hurdle, or once you guys like open up to each other, or open up to each other's, like let each other in on whatever skeletons you've got in the closet, whatever sort of fantasies that you've been hiding. Like, I feel like you guys can move forward, you know, to something that's really real. Hi, Lioness. Move forward to something that's really real, you know, because there is a lot of love there. You guys have a lot of love for each other, and there's a whole lot of potential here, you know, and I feel like you guys are super sexually attracted to each other. But there's a hurdle. There's some sort of hurdle. Ain't none of you guys neither one of you are going anywhere, you know? You're not going anywhere. You're not letting it go anytime soon. They're not letting it go anytime soon. Leo starts at 307. 307 for Leo. Please go check out Miss Lioness's channel. You know, and you're really contemplating. You're like, should I move forward? Like, should I keep doing this? Like, what's going on here? You know, like a part of you, like one day, you know, you're like, it's cool that we, you know, either that you guys have this time apart, or, you know, but I think you're getting tired of phone sex. You know, you're getting tired of like, you want actual touch. You want them to actually touch you. You want them to actually be able to like be within your grasp. Like, you want to fall asleep, you know? Ain't nothing like morning sex. You know what I mean? That morning sex is on point. But you actually have to fall asleep with somebody in order to get boned in the morning. So it's like, kind of like, well, what's the point of doing this? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Woo, woo. Like, you want that morning sex, but in order to have morning sex, you got to fall asleep with somebody. You know? You're like, I don't know. I don't know. It's like, we've got it, but we don't got it. But it's like, one of you is going to have to shit or get off the pot. One of you is going to have to make that first move. It's like, it feels like there's a big elephant in the room, you know, and it has to do with conversation about where you're moving this to, what's going to happen, who's coming to where, you know, are you uprooting your life and moving over here? Am I uprooting my life and moving over there? But something's got to give, you know, like, you're happy, like, you're pretty content in the moment for the most part, but at the same time, you're like, you know, like this, I need more. It's like, you want more of them. It's like, I want more of you, you know, and I can't have more of you when you way the fuck over there. Let's see what we got going on for your money for the week. So, I mean, your love situation, it looks like it's not going nowhere, you know, not moving backwards, not moving forwards, but there's a lot of sexual tension, whole lot of sexual tension. What do we got for your money? Ooh, acceptance. What is this? Giving, receiving. You might have somebody giving you gifts, or you might be giving somebody a gift. I felt baby shower. I don't know why I heard baby shower or bridal shower or something. But somebody is being very generous with you, or you're being very generous with someone else. Like, you're feeling very generous. Like, you're very, like, you feel like gifting or giving. Yeah, Virgo wants that wand action for sure. It's like, but you're way over there, and I'm tired of phone sex. It's like, phone sex is like, what are you wearing, baby? You know what I mean? Like, pretend like you're sucking my dick. What do you want me to do? You know? Like, you just want me to gag in the phone and shit? The fuck? I've never understood phone sex. Like, just make noises? I don't know. I'm tired of phone sex. Bring it. Yeah, you feel a little bit restless, like you're feeling restless. Watch them energies, though, because we got them huge solar flares that are hitting the earth right now, so that could be having you all over the place. Oh, man. Like, what color is your keyboard wearing? Like, go ahead and act like you suck. Like, what you want? Just make gagging noises? What? I don't get it. The Wheel of Fortune. So you are going to have some sort of fortune, like some sort of like good luck with your fortune. Like, I don't know, you might be playing them scratch tickets or something. Maybe playing them scratch tickets, or somebody's going to be sending you something. But I feel like there's a sense of generosity here. You know, after a lot of hard work and being productive, it's like you're treating yourself, or somebody is treating you this week. You know, that's respect, leadership. It could be big daddy energy. Whoever it is that, like, you know, like, daddy, what do I got to do? What do you got to do? Like, that you deserve gifts, you know? Like, they're like, oh, you've been a good girl. You've been a good girl. You've been a good boy. You know what I mean? Come over here and sit on daddy's lap. But I feel like you've been playing small, you know? Like, you've been acting really humble, playing really small, not really asking for much. But something this week is going to give. And I don't know if somebody just takes notice of what it is that you've been doing, what it is that you've put in, like what it is that you deserve. But I feel like somebody is going to be really generous. Like, they might have been up in their head about it before, but like, they've made up their mind that you deserve something, that you deserve some sort of accommodation, or some sort of gift, or, you know, some sort of just uptick. Yeah, Virgos, you definitely deserve it. You deserve it, Virgo. And I think this person is realizing that you deserve it. But they're going to be real generous. Yeah, self-worth, hustling. You could just be like, you know what? Like, I'm going to take myself out. I'm going to buy myself flowers. I'm going to go get my pedicure. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need nobody to buy that shit for me. I'm going to go do it myself. So, but if somebody's willing to gift to you, don't turn it down. You know what I mean? because I know me, myself, I'm like, no, it's cool. I'm cool, you know? But at the same time, it's like, well, but I want to be a princess, you know? I don't know how to be a princess, but I want to be a princess. Sit on it. Hop on pop. Hey. So, yeah, your money looks like you're going to have some sort of like luck, some sort of financial luck this week. Either somebody's going to be gifting you or helping you, or like you're going to be receiving some sort of offer for being so dedicated and on point. You know, somebody sees your value, you know, and they're going to reward you for it. Like, I feel like you're getting some sort of reward this week for a job well done. Good job, Virgo. Let's see what we got in your spiritual as fuck cards. It says being weird as fuck is better than being boring as hell. Ain't that the truth? It says going to the grocery store and buy one grape. Just one grape. Put it on the conveyor belt. It goes by on the conveyor belt. You watch the cash register all like, did this motherfucker just put one grape on the... just, are you buying one grape? Like, yes, I want one freaking grape, okay? So just put it on the conveyor belt. Let the checker weigh it and ring you up. Ask for a receipt. Can I get my receipt for that? Oh, man. Do not, under any circumstances, explain yourself. Just walk away with your grape, put it in a bag, get the receipt for it, have your one grape, you know what I mean, and skip off. Take that grape and thank it for teaching you how to do shit that others don't understand for whatever reason, right? For whatever reason, it is none of their business. So go get yourself a grape, or, you know, one random something, and have them put it on the conveyor belt. And do not explain yourself to anybody. Do something completely weird, all right? And don't explain yourself to anyone whatsoever about any of it. And just move on with your bad little self. You know what I mean? And then thank the grape, or thank the whatever, you know, your twig, for teaching you a very valuable lesson. Yeah, just one. Just the tip. All right, what do we got for your poop cards? I love these. These are so cute. Thank you so much. You and your son are so cute. I'm like, I need more than one. Well, I mean, you could go to several different stores and just put one grape on the conveyor belt each time. Put one grape on the conveyor belt. Ooh, shit just got real. Seek the truth. So I feel like you already know what the truth is. All right. If you're waiting for somebody to come forward with their truth or whatever, it's like, I feel like you already, like, my mom used to do that to me. I would get home from school or whatever, and she would make me rat on myself. She's like, oh, well, the school called me today, you know, like, do you want to tell me what it is that you did? And I'd start going on about how I broke the tether ball and did this or that or whatever. And it's like, I don't know if you know the truth already, or you're just waiting for somebody to spill their truth, but it says shit just got real. Explore, seeking the truth, be an Inspector Ratchet. Whatever it is, you already know the truth about it. I'll be doing that too. I'm like, I already know the truth for something. I just want to see if somebody's going to lie to me about it and shit. Like, all right, go ahead and lie, you know? I did that with my son. He was telling his girlfriend about this the other day. Like, he came over here and he was like, because I made him write a note to his future wife about how he was raised better than to be a liar, and about like all this stuff. I was like, dear future wife, you know, my mom raised me better than to be a liar, and da 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 da. And I was like explaining this to his new girlfriend, and he was like talking to me about how he recognized that telling the truth was easier than telling a lie, because I was like in the kitchen I was in the kitchen making dinner or whatever, and I was like, so Irie, you want to tell me what it is that you're doing on your phone? You know what I mean? You've been watching porn on your phone? Like, I busted him watching porn, and I was waiting for him to lie to me about it, and I was like, if he was going to lie to me about it, I was going to take his phone and do all that shit, not because he was watching porn, but because he lied to me, you know. And he said that he had to think about it really, really hard, and like, then he just spit out the truth. He was like shaking in his boots. He's like, I was shaking in my boots, you know what I mean? But since he told me the truth, I was just like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Watch what it is that you're doing. You know, like that will set you up for unrealistic expectations. Like, I don't want you to have unrealistic expectations about love and sex or whatever. But I understand that that's a natural part of being human, especially in this day and age, you know. But I was waiting for him to lie to me, man. I was like, you lie to me about, like, I already know the truth. Like, I already know. The fact that I'm asking you the question means I already know the answer, right? If I'm asking you the question, I probably already know. And if you lie to me as a whole, like, dude, like, I would rather be punched in the face with the truth than kissed with a lie any fucking day. Any day, you know? But he was shaking in his boots. He's like, from that day forward, he's like, I realized that it might be hard to tell the truth, but it was like there were less consequences in being honest than there were in lying. So... And ask yourself, your fucking card is, ask yourself, is it worth the effort? Is it worth whatever it is that you're putting in? Are you getting out what you're putting in? You know what I mean? Is it truly worth the effort? All right. Only you have the answer to that question. Nobody else needs to know the answer to that question. For whatever this resonates for you, only you know the answer to that. But is it worth it? Examine it, okay? Don't put yourself out there for some shit that you really don't want to do or that you feel isn't worth it. Don't just say yes because you feel obligated, all right? All right, let's go on to Team Libra. Yeah, if we ask the question, I already know the answer. Like, waiting to see what you do. What sort of person are you? Like, who are you as a person? You know what I mean? You said that to Laura. That wasn't to me. That was to Laura. Libra. She used to do all kinds of them tricks like that. Libra stellium. I got a Libra stellium and a Scorpio stellium. Go Team Libra stellium. All right, what do we got going on for Team Libra? What do I want? Which deck do I want? What do we got going on for Team Libra? Which ones are on the floor? Oh, those ones. Team Libra. Which one do I want to use? Let's use my other new deck. Yeah, my mom had some tricks up her sleeve for sure. Scandalous. All right, Libra. Team Libra, what do we got for Team Libra? What's really going on here? What is really going on for Team Libra for the week of May 19th through the 25th? What do we got? I got to find out if there's a drum circle tonight or not, and if I'm going or not. I love drum circles. They're like my therapy. And for such a small town that I live in, like, they do it like all the time here. Libra. What do you got for Team Libra? What do we got? Four of Wands, the 11. And Death. Dun, dun, dun. The King of Swords. And the Knight of Wands. So I feel like you feel very, very like, I don't know, something has to end in order for something else to begin. All right. Like, I don't know. This could be a mindset. This could be this could be an attachment to an outcome. All right. But if something's got to end, there's got to be some sort of ending in order for there to be a real beginning in the realm of heart. Okay. Because this is the 1111 card. That's the forever. That's like the that's commitment. That's marriage. That's long-term. But I think in order to find this long-term or in order to achieve this long-term, something has got to go. And it really kind of feels like an attachment to an outcome or a preconceived notion of the way things should be because of what it was that we were taught to believe, Three of Swords in the reverse. So you might need to let go a little bit of your, like, you might be a little bit guarded in your heart over here with this King of Swords. Like, the King of Swords is very cold and calculated, all about the truth, nothing but the truth. Like, fuck your emotions, fuck emotions. Ew. You know what I mean? Even though Libras are like the partnership of the zodiac, like you might have your heart on lock. All right. Might have your heart on lock. Like, you're not trying to give your heart to the situation, in fear of it being ran over and smushed. But you also feel really reckless, really impatient. Like, a part of you is feeling really impatient, really reckless, like you want it now. It's like, I want it now. What, So you're feeling really impatient about either a person in general or just love in general. So instead of focusing on love, it's like you're not doing the lovey-dovey thing. You're like, I'm not doing the lovey-dovey thing, but you got the King and Queen of Pentacles here. So the King and Queen of Pentacles, this could be like you're not settling for anything less than a partner, like you're a power couple. Like, you want to be a power couple with somebody, you want to show up and show out. You want to be productive. You want to, like, you want somebody that motivates you, that you don't just motivate, but that motivates you. You want to be inspired and you want to inspire and to be inspired. And I feel like you're not settling for anything less than that, but you do have some sort of self-limiting belief. This could be like some sort of attachment to an outcome. This could be letting go of whatever sort of resentment you have from the past. This could be letting a situation, like maybe you have somebody in your back pocket or whatever, and it's like you can't go forward when you got somebody in your back pocket. Like you can't have that vibration. Like, carrying that frequency is never a good idea to move forward with anybody with. But I feel like you're not trying to invest yourself right now. Like, you feel conflicted and disappointed in your love prospects or in the people that have been showing you love or something. I don't know. Like I said, I just got on this dating site and like I was on it for like a week and freaked out. Like, I was like, I felt like fresh meat in a pool of piranhas, but like, I didn't feel any sort of like crazy attachment to any of them. Like, none of them were like, oh, that's the one, type of deal. But that could be also part of like the self-limiting belief, letting go of that belief system. But I don't feel like you have any sort, like, you're not holding your breath for anyone. All right. You're not holding your breath for anyone because you know what it is that you're looking for. You're looking for this sort of power dynamic, this give or take, this you inspire me, I inspire you. You're the king of your castle, I'm the king of my castle. Like, you got your own shit going on, I got my own shit going on. But you do have there might be somebody from your past that you are still like really thinking about, or that you have in your back pocket, or like you have super fond memories about someone from your past. There's somebody from your past that you can't let go of, and you're not being honest with yourself about a situation, or you're trying to be honest with yourself about a situation. Like, the truth, but I feel like you're guarded. You're not giving your heart out. You want to let your heart out. You want to give your heart out, but you're not doing it. You are holding on to your heart for dear life. Yeah. Look at that. Holding on. The heart's in a cage. You know what I mean? These cards are so pretty. Like, you're scared of disappointment. You are scared of it being unrequited. 8 of Cups, but you're not walking away either. It's like you're not giving your heart up, but you're not walking away, but you're not going forward. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, Libra? What are you doing? Yeah, Two of Pentacles. That wishy-washy shit. Are you being being a Libra? Are you Libraing it up over here? Juggling multiple priorities and prolonging the inevitable. You prolonging the inevitable? What was that? Justice. Don't let nobody get you out of your own element, Libra. Like, don't let nobody break you from what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Don't let no dick, no pussy, you know what I mean, stop you from accomplishing what it is that you need to accomplish. That could be why you're like, you have your heart on guard. You're like, nah, like, it's just a distraction. You know, even though you want that lover, you want that person, you want that power dynamic, you're like, not until I know. But I think that's also prohibiting you from actually getting it. It's like this double-edged sword, you know, because you are guarded and you're not letting yourself love, like you're missing out on love, you know, even if it's just in the moment. Like, we get so preoccupied in having it to be the one, or wanting it to be the one, or, you know, it's like we forget to live in the actual moment and enjoy what it is that we've got and the time that we've got it, because we're so focused on the future. And it's like, if we are living in fear and anxiety, that means we're living too much in the future. If we're living in shame and regret, that means we're living too much in the past. It's like, how can we remain balanced and live in the now? All right. But you don't feel like there's any movement forward, like you're not moving forward with this person or with this situation, you know. And I think it's taking you a lot of strength. You're finding a lot of strength in yourself for this situation. But I feel like you're inhibiting yourself from truly experiencing something that could be like really, really amazing, because you refuse to love. You refuse to let your heart out. You refuse to give any part of yourself, you know, which could be inhibiting you. You could be holding your own self back, right? We are our own worst enemies. Biggest enemy, number one fan. What's going on for your money this week, Libra? What is your money message for the week for Team Libra? For someone that's all about love and being in partnerships, like you sure are, like not not doing that, Libra. Oh, inner resources. Calling on yourself, huh? Going through some sort of personal transformation and that ending. So there might have been a like you might be disappointed in the path that you were on, or the path that you had taken. Maybe somebody took you off your path, or you were taken off your path for a minute. But you're in the middle of transitioning forward. Like, you're in the middle of a major transformation. I don't know if you're switching jobs, switching careers, switching mindsets, but there is a whole lot here that you're letting go of, or that you are trying to not fight the process of letting go of, you know, with the Tower card there. Yeah, but you're the Libra. Imagine that. Libra, are you being a Libra? The fuck? You're being indecisive. You don't know which way to go, but no decision is a decision. And if you're not going to make the decision, like you don't want control over it, the universe is going to make that decision for you. Rather you stay or you go, or you don't, you quit, or you like tough it out, whatever you got going on with your finances. Like, if you don't make a decision, the decision will be made for you, and you might not like it so much if the decision is made for you. So make sure that you are making those difficult decisions. Okay. Don't be in analysis paralysis, especially when it comes to your money. Like, don't fuck around and find out, okay? Like, you need to stay on top of your shit. Stay on top of your shit. Yeah, you could be trying to decide if you're going to school. If you want to know if going to school is the right idea, I believe that you starting, it's got institutions, you know, traditions, religions. So if you're wondering if you should start school this next semester or something, or start learning, like getting a certificate, learning some sort of higher learning, I would definitely say that the answer is yes to that. You know, but don't be talking yourself out of some shit. I feel like you're talking yourself out of it, or you're you've got this procrastination or this analysis paralysis going on here. Don't wait till it's too long. Don't wait too long and have, the universe make the decision for you. Okay. Make sure that you are making, like, you are the author of your own choose your own adventure book. This is your story. All right. Make sure that you're making choices that are for you. In the justice card. Yeah. Make sure that you're doing what you want to do and how you want to do it. All right. Don't let nobody bully you into making some other choice. You stick up for yourself. You do what you need to do for you in the way that you need to do it. Don't let nobody bully you. All right. All right. What do we got for your spiritual as fuck cards? Heart is the new balls. Oh, this goes in with that love situation, doesn't it? The hell. It says, how did the testicles get so hyped up as the power center of the world? The heart, my friend, has always been more powerful than those two delicate dangly things. Check in with your heart. Put your hands over that giant thumping muscle and ask straight up, how would it run your day if it was given the chance? Then give it a chance. So some of y'all need to give love a chance. Like, y'all might be too guarded, It takes a lot of balls to have heart, a lot of chesticles to have heart. So some of y'all might be too guarded in the realm of the heart here. And it takes more courage to love than it does to avoid. I feel kind of called out. I feel kind of called out over here. What the fuck? How dare it? And it says your brain speaks total fuckery unless you turn your soul on. All right. It says a human brain left unattended doesn't shut down. It just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. It goes berserk with bullshit thoughts that turn into bullshit actions. Ego will do its job of judging, separating, and accumulating things to define who you are without any help from you. But the soul needs your attention to be heard over that loud-ass ego. There's a reason most truly successful people meditate, read inspiring books, focus on gratitude, and are on a service to others in some way. It turns their soul on, and that makes them way better leaders, problem solvers, and functional humans. It also makes them way more fun to be around. So, I don't know, you could be filling in the blanks yourself. You know what I mean? Like if you have a lot of unanswered questions and you're not asking questions, you're just filling in the blanks yourself, then your mind is going to run wild on you and fill in whatever it wants to put in there. And then you act like that's the actual truth. And like, man, don't let your mind be doing that to you. Okay. Make sure if you've got some questions, ask the appropriate questions. Okay. And if you're feeling down, like yesterday, I was all over the place. Like I was all over the place. Okay. And I had to be honest with myself about it. Like, okay, but you being crazy over here. Like, okay, I'm just going to laugh at myself. I'm just going to laugh about it. So don't be filling in the blanks yourself. Okay. Because that's probably not at all the truth. Whatever it is, whatever you've put in as the answer to the equation is probably not it. All right. All right, let's get you a fuck it card and a poop card. What do we got for your fuck it's? Ask yourself, is it worth the effort? Whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. Whatever it is that you're going through, or whatever it is that you're contemplating, or whatever it is that you're holding yourself back from, or holding yourself against, or holding yourself to, is it worth it? Ultimately, in the long run of things, is whatever it is you're doing ultimately worth it? Only you can answer that question. Okay? But it feels like universe is asking you to ask that question of yourself. Is it really worth it? And then we've got these ones. What do we got over here? I'm changing from being a hermit to getting out of the house. Let loose and keep farting around. Jet powered. Boop, 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 boop. Got your jetpack going on. Let loose. Don't be so serious. Why so serious? It's not all got to be all that serious, okay? Like, some of the seriousness might be taking some of the fun out of it. So let go of some of the seriousness and just have fun, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Tap into that inner fun. Laugh some more. Put on something funny. Watch kids laugh. Have you ever listened to little kids laughing? It's contagious. It just makes you laugh and laugh. All right, let's go on to Team Scorpio. Scorpio. Bum, 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 bum. Hi, Scorpio. Sexy Scorpios. Let's see what's really going on here. What's really going on for Team Scorpio? A lot of times I'll watch Scorpio readings because I have like my, like, especially if I'm looking for love or whatever, like my Venus is in Scorpio. So check whatever your Venus placement is if you're looking for a love reading, especially if this doesn't resonate for you. Then check your Venus placement. All right. Scorpio. What's going on for Scorpio in love? What's really going on here? Like Ralph says, scream at the top of your lungs. What's going on? Ace of Wands. Got some sort of new. You got the new going on. Having the courage to put yourself out there after some heartbreak. The Ace of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and then the Three of Swords in reverse. So I feel like you're like stepping out into the unknown. You're like, all right, like, hold my beer. Here I go. You know what I mean? Universe is like, hold my human. Look what I can do. Watch what I can do. You know, like, you feel like it's time. You feel like you've been reborn, like that. You feel like you're strong enough to put yourself out there to, you know, to try again, to see what's going on out there. Like, maybe you've been in hermit mode for a long time. You've been anti any of it, you know, but you're like, wait a second. After being mistreated or having your heart broken or whatever, I feel like you put yourself on timeout for a long time, you know? And I feel like right now you're like, okay, well, let's see what happens. Let's try this one more time. Let's see what happens if I try this one more time. Let's put ourselves out there and see what's going on. See what's going on in the world, you know? It could be like some sort of test. That's a great way to test where you're at in your emotional healing. You know, especially if you've been single for a really long time, or like you have stepped away from love in general. Like, putting yourself out there is a real good test to see like where you're at as far as your healing goes, right? I realized that I still got some work to do. I still got some things that I need to untouch from and to detach from, and I still got some work to do. And I figured that out by putting myself out there, because I was like, all right, I'm cool, I'm ready to go. Let's rock and roll. You know what I mean? I put myself out there, and I'm like, wait, whoa, hold on. Yeah, I don't know. I think you're tired. Like, you might be tired, a little bit burnt out. It's like you're like, I don't want to, you know, like, can we just skip the whole talking part and like just like be in a relationship already? Like, you don't want to have to explain yourself to nobody. You don't want to have to teach yourself. Like, you don't want to have to learn no one. You know what I mean? You don't want to have to know, like, try to fuck around and find out to get to know if somebody's good or not good, what their intentions are, if their intentions are like whatever. It's like you're like exhausted from all that. You don't want to. Yeah, you're like, it's too much. I don't want to. It's like, can we just skip all that? Can we just skip all of that, like getting to know each other? Can we just go straight to the like, okay, I know you're good for me. I know you know I'm good for you. You know, do we have to do this whole like dating thing? Oh yeah, I don't think that you don't want to. Like, you're ready, but you don't want to at the same time. Yeah, exhaustion, and just keep getting all this exhaustion cards. Exhaustion. Over it. It's like you're over it. Over it. You know, but you're trying to stay disciplined. You know, you're trying to stay forward thinking. moving forward, looking forward. You might be bored. Don't get in a relationship because you're bored, all right? If you're bored, that means you're not in good company. So don't be hooking up with somebody because you're bored or you're lonely. If you're bored and lonely, then that means that you got some internal work that you need to do inside yourself, all right? But there's nothing wrong with going out on dates and figuring out, like just have a good time. Like let go of the attachment of the outcome and have a good time. Like I think that you hold yourself to a very strict standard here, and you need to loosen those reins just a little bit, Scorpio. Go out and have some fun, Knight of Cups. Just go out and explore your options. You're like, I've been exploring my options and my options are exhausting. Like I'm exhausted from having to keep up with all of this shit, which that's understandable too. Like I was on a dating site for 2.5 seconds and was like, nope, I can't keep up. Nope. Like, who am I talking to? Who is this person? What's going on here? Like, no. That's just not, I'm not, I don't know, man. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how hoes be doing it. Like, I got mad respect to the hoes out there because I don't know how y'all be doing it. But you're trying to get the motivation to move forward, to have the energy to go out and date, to find someone new, but I feel like you're just no, you're just not into it. Like, I don't see there being any sort of crazy emotions on the table right here. Like it's just more being exhausted and burnt out from relationships than it is about starting anything new. I don't know if there's like somebody that you're dealing with that's just exhausting you, that you're tired of dealing with, or you're just tired of the dating world in general, but you feel like you're like exhausted from it. You're like, nah, it's been swell, but the swelling's gone down and I'm good. Okay. Let's see what we got for your money. Money messages for Scorpio. Money messages for Scorpio. And I will be coming on at 6 to do the rest of them. I'll be doing Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces at 6 o'clock tonight. If you would like a personal reading, go to my website at crystal-lavender.com. And if you need a website, hit me up. I know a website wizard, all right? I have a website wizard. What's going on for Scorpio's money? Release. Uh-oh. Misfortune. I don't like that. Conflict. I think it feels like there's like some sort of conflict at work. Are you fighting with somebody at work, or like you want to fight somebody at work? You're like this motherfucker do that shit one more time, I'm a fuck him up. You know what I mean? Like make sure that if you're gonna fuck somebody up at work, like you do it off the clock, You could be fighting people at work, do it off the clock. All right. You're like, I'm not into conflict resolution. Like I'm all about this conflict. Like bring it. Like a part of you feels really feisty. Like you feel like you're really feisty at work. Like you're really, either people are being really confrontational to you or you're being really confrontational, and a part of you is like, I like, just because I'm nice right now doesn't mean I didn't spend years being hood as fuck. You know what I mean? Like go ahead and test my inner gangster and see what happens. Right. You're like, I'm not this peaceful. I'm this peaceful out of choice, not out of like, you're like go ahead and find out. Like you push these buttons too many times, but at the same time, like there's some people that push your buttons on purpose just to see you freak out. You know what I mean? There might be somebody that's trying to get on your nerves to get you to come unhinged so that they could be like, look, I told you, so that they could try to steal your position or some shit. Oh, it's okay. I love Barbara. There could be somebody that's trying to steal your position. So they're acting really confrontational, and if you give them what they want, then you lose. All right. Like actually you fighting this. Yeah. Endurance, you standing your ground and staying out of this drama is actually winning. Okay. You staying out of this conflict is going to get you a lot further than participating in whatever this drama is. Like, I feel like these people is trying to get you to come unhinged on purpose. Like, they're pushing your buttons on purpose. They're acting a fool on purpose because they want what you have. Yeah, the freaking devil card. They want what you have. All right. So they're trying to get you to fuck up so they could take what is yours. Yeah, they want what you got. All right. So don't let them come at you sideways. Don't participate in any of this nonsense, because if they could get you to come unhinged, then they win. Then they could be like, look, I told you Scorpio is X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? But if you remain calm, cool, and collected and take the higher road there, like, as much as you want to come unhinged on this person, I feel like they'd be winning. Yep, remorse. You'd have remorse over that situation. So don't let this person get you out of your bag, all right? Don't let them make you come off of your throne, at least not for this week. Okay? Because this week they're going to be testing your patience, they're going to be testing your inner gangster, okay? And you'll regret it if you let it out on them. I'm sure they'll regret it too, but at the same time, that's what they're trying to get you to do. So if you fall for it, then they win. So don't fall for that shit. Not at your workplace, okay? Take that shit outside. I know people push buttons and then they get mad when you explode on them, but you got to make sure that their buttons don't work, because if people could get your chain, if your chain is yankable, somebody's going to try to get your chain. You know what I mean? They're going to try to yank your chain. If your goat is gettable, somebody out there is going to try to get your motherfucking goat. So that's why, like, holding your own and just like, you know what I mean? You ain't getting me to come off my throne. I ain't doing it. I refuse. Let's see what sort of spiritual as fuck cards we got for you. It says, be yourself, even if you're crazy. Stop worrying about normal. Ask nothing ass people, judging your cool, weird ass, right? People are going to judge anyways. Like, I don't know, man. Like, sometimes I'm like, no, I'm not going to wear the shorts. No, wear the fucking shorts. Who cares? You know what I mean? Wear the fucking shorts. Says, there will be none of that today. Anytime you feel yourself worrying about any of those asses, remember who you got to wake up to every morning. You, baby. Like, you wake up to you, all right? Your job is to make sure that you're good on your own terms. It ain't your job to teach other people how to be good people, all right? It's only your job to be a good people. It ain't none of your fucking business what other people are doing. That is on them, 100%, no matter what, all right? So it's not your job, all right? Your job is to make sure that you're good. Check in with what you really care about and make sure you're living up to that, not what all these asses out there might be thinking, okay? You ain't like, fuck what they think. And we got, thou shall not judge because thou hast fucked up before too. That's true. We've all been, like, we all play every side of that coin, man. We've all been the lied to. We've all been the liar. We've all been the played. We've all been the player. We've all been in love with somebody that wasn't in love with us and said no to somebody that was totally in love with us that we didn't want to be with. We've all been the heartbreaker. We've all been the heartbroken. It's like we have to play every sides of the coin in order for us to truly understand any of it, right? So thou shalt not judge. Okay, so don't be judging people too harshly. So when you see yourself thinking someone's a real asshole, take a moment and contemplate all the times you've done exactly what they're doing, right? I don't know how many times my homies would come over and they'd be so pissed off, they'd be ranting and raving, oh, my girl just accused me of blah, 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 you know what I mean? And I'm like, but gee, that's what you're doing, Like, people live, like, they go off on, like, it's like they forget that the reality is that's like, dude, like, you've been that person too. You are that person right now. It's like they had, like, if they're going to be mad at, like, if you don't like their action, you don't fucking do it. Don't be doing it if you don't want the consequences of it. It's like, you got to lie about it. You got to cheat. You got to sneak. You got to do whatever, and then somebody busts you out on it. You can't be mad at them for busting you out on it, Yeah, you've done exactly what they're doing. Maybe it was a different flavor of assholeness, but it was still assholey. Check yourself. People will like you more. Most importantly, you'll like you more too, right? I don't know how many of my homies, because I've always been one of the guys for the most part, always been one of the guys. So it's like, dude, I don't know how many of my homies have been like, oh, this bitch be fucking blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, but weren't you just like You know what I mean? Weren't you just lying to her? You just lied to her. You just, like, was that not a lie? Yes, that was a lie. So then why are you mad that she's calling you a liar? You know? It's like, but you did. The fuck? I've had to do that to myself before too. I've been like mad about some shit and I'm like, but wait a second. Like, but I am acting crazy. Like, you acted crazy and you get all mad about it. You know what I mean? But wait. But I am acting crazy. Like, all right, cool. All right. Check. Yeah, people forget. They act like their shit don't stink. Your silent fart is about to explode. So whatever it is that you're holding on to is about to explode. All right. Whatever you're holding in is going to come out. Whatever's done in the dark always comes to the light, no matter what. You could bet on that for sure. So whatever it is that you're holding into is going to turn gaseous. Is going to turn toxic. That shit's turning toxic. So let it go. Let it go. It says hold on, but for me, it's like, I feel like you need to let it go, not hold on. Hold on to dear life because shit's about to get real kind of shit. But whatever you've been holding on to is turning toxic, is manifesting inside of your body as some other shit. Okay. So say what you need to say, get some shit off your chest, do what you need to do. All right. Don't hold on to it. Don't hold on to your truth just to keep other people comfortable. Okay. What do we got for your fuckets? Bucket. Toss it in the fucking bucket. I'm not allowed to have the case of the fuckets because that turns out bad every time. If I got the case of the fuckets, this shit's going down. It's no good. I go from 0 to gangster real fast. We're not allowed. We are not allowed. Well, that one wanted to fall, so what is it? Wealth is on its way. You lucky fucker. Hey. So you might have some sort of windfall. You might win a little bit of extra money on the lottery, a scratch ticket. You might find some money on the ground, but wealth is on its way because you a lucky fucker. That's cool. That's what's up. All right, you guys. That was your weekly reading for May 19th through the 25th. I will be back at 6 o'clock to do the rest of the signs. I'll be doing Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces at 6 p.m. tonight, all right? I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please remember to hit that little like button on your way out. And if you would like a personal private reading, you can go to my website at crystal-lavender.com. There's a 10% off coupon in there. You can sign up for my free weekly newsletter and get a free copy of my book, okay? This dude right here, this book right here, you can get a free copy of that on my website, okay, for free 90 free. And until next time, be good to yourself and others always and always. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. Bye. Woo woo.